School for tonight's boys volleyball match between the visiting Scots from Highland Park and your Eagan Wildcats. My name is Skip Newton. I'm filling in tonight for Gus Broman, who is on assignment. But fortunately for you viewers, we have a partner with us. It's Nikki Lemon. Nikki, how are you doing this evening? Are you excited for some volleyball?
I'm doing very well. I am very excited to watch these guys. We were watching them in warm-ups a little bit, jump well above the net and slam it down pretty quickly. We were talking about how fast the balls are hitting the ground, so it's going to be a fun game to watch for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the second match of the season for Eagan. Of course, it's early. They had a non-conference win versus Eastridge Woodbury. Highland Park, their first match of the season, so not really sure what to expect from them. Did you get any sort of information from the coach at all before the game on how they looked? What was she thinking?
She said that last year was a rebuilding year. They lost one senior, and they're coming back pretty strong this year. We'll see how it plays out. She said last year looked a little rough, but losing just one senior is a huge benefit for the Eagan Wildcats.
Yeah, and I suppose it's a new sport, in high school. You haven't seen boys volleyball for very long, so there's probably a lot of learning going on, all over the place. I'm excited to be here. I'm really looking forward to a fun match. Volleyball's a fast-moving game, and I think we're going to see a good match tonight. We're just going through the rosters here. There is a couple of people not playing for Eagan. Gus Glye has a broken foot. He is out, and Mac O'Malley is not here either. So just a few names on the roster, and we will be announcing those as they get out there, and we get started here just doing the opening shaking of hands.
Yes, I talked to Gus before the game, and I said, how are you out for the season, and what are you out with? And he said, a broken foot. And I said, is that the season? And he said, well, that's what they say, but we'll see. I love that kind of an attitude.
Right, always the athlete's attitude,
yes,
not
yes.
giving up. If I can get back in there, I will do that.
Yes.
100%. Opening cheers here for the team. We'll see if we can get that starting lineup as they take the court. Cooper Paquette, number 3, is in the middle there. Number 23 also in the game. That's Chibu Abasiri. Also see number 14 out there, Jacob Tran. Number 11, James Martin. One of the frontline players, number 12, James Eiton on the back. Peter McGivern also number 4 in the back as well. And Noah Wolf, number 28, comes in. Looks like Eagan will get the first serve of the game, first set. Best of 5 sets, so first team to win 3 wins the match.
Correct.
Up to 25. Every serve is a point. And we've now exhausted my knowledge of volleyball.
Can pepper in some knowledge here and there.
Serve is good.
Nice block by James. Is that James Martin? Yes, it is. Number 11.
The block is in. That's the point for Eagan. Good start there.
James Martin is one of the kids we're watching. The captains are saying watch him as a hitter, number 11. He's one of their strongest hitters, attackers.
Big hit there by Highland Park. Unfortunately for them, it is out. Another point goes to the Wildcats.
A nice jump serve. I fed that one in. Passed it right to Paquette there for the kill center.
Yeah, that defensive dig there went just a little too far over the head. An easy kill for the Wildcats. Unfortunately, that serve goes long. Point for Highland Park, and now they are serving for the first time in the match. 3-1 Eagan early on. This is number 18, Kevin Vang.
Nice jump set to, again, James Martin.
Set here by number 8, block, and unfortunately unable to be dug out by the Wildcats' number 11, Martin. Point goes to the Scots. We'll get a substitution here. Number 11 into the game. That's Gavin Cha. Exiting number 3, Moses Yang. Kevin Vang will serve it up for the Scots. Not sure what the delay is here. It's like a bit of a roster question or a lineup question, perhaps.
It looks like it.
All right, we're back to live action. Another jump serve, but short, easy point for the Wildcats. They'll take it, 4-2. Exiting is Martin. Into the game, Cohen Utley, number 7, and he will serve. Another jump serve, nicely done. Nice dig there by Scots. They're just gonna play it over, no chance for a kill. Good set by the Wildcats. Ball's deflected, it lands in, that's a point. Look like that attack bounced off of the blocker there, unable to get to that ball of the Scots. Nice play there for the Wildcats, 5-2. Another good serve. So it's just going to be played over easily for the Scots. Set by Tran, and the attack goes long.
It was a nice strong side hit. Looks like, was that that might have been touched by their defensive blockers? No, it was not. No touch. Peter McGovern had that one just a little long.
Sean Moe into the game, number 10 for the Scots. Jump serve into the net by number 19.
Couple service errors on their behalf, 2 in a row here, and Eagan Wildcats scores on those, and so it's not good.
That would be a bit frustrating, I think, for your team, where really just get it over and get it in play, and let's not give an easy point as the Wildcats return the favor.
Speaking of service errors, yes, Noah Wolf with that one. And some more subs here for Highland Park.
Yeah, 15 into the game. That's Ray Takami, and number 1, William Cha, also comes in, and he will serve. It's a good one. Nice play there by the Wildcats. Tron with the set. Long ball there.
Recovery.
Yeah, well played by the Scots.
Easy
sets up again. Unfortunately, that hit goes wide.
I like McGovern on that one. He kind of got it down the line, and so as opposed to going cross court, down the line can really throw off the defense. Nice play on his behalf, just a little out of bounds. Here he goes again. Nice kill by Peter McGovern.
Yeah, it was a great attack there. Good try on the dig. Unfortunately, went too far out of play. 7-5 Eagan. Again, playing up to 25, so a ways to go. This is number 13, Will Barron, serving.
And Peter right up at the net again. That's a nice floater serve by Barron.
Yeah, it looked like that one wasn't going to make it over, but Peter was there to make sure. Just assist the ball on its way down to the corner for the point. Nicely done.
It's a nearly ace. That is a nice pancake defensive move. You slide under and get your hand under, and it just manages to pop up. Eagan Wildcats, really nice. I didn't see which one got that, but that was
Noah Wolf. It was a heck of a play. Kind of came out of nowhere on the back line there. Not only getting it up, but getting it over for the point.
Nice tip by Highland Park.
So early on, the Scots seem to be struggling a little bit, just setting up their attack. They're not getting those digs to the setter in a good spot where they can set up a kill shot.
Well, watch Will Barron here. This serve is a floater, and they kind of play tricks on you through the air when they're coming at you. That kind of a serve is very difficult. He aces that one. Continue to watch as Will Barron, number 13, serves, and he clearly is known for a server. I think he's known to get some aces. Those are what we call floaters. As they're coming at you, they switch gears a little bit, and it really throws you off as opposed to like a spin serve.
Almost like a knuckleball in baseball.
Exactly, exactly. Yes, and so he's gotten a few on these guys here. So let's continue to see how many more he can get closer to that 25.
Highland Park calling a timeout, so we'll take another 30 seconds on the timeout here. 11-5 Wildcats. So far, a really good start. Could be that they're just struggling a little bit. The Scots are maybe, again, it's their first match of the season. Gotta get the nerves worked out, get the kinks worked out. We'll see if they can recover and start getting those balls up to the setter so you can set up some opportunities. But it's great start so far for Eagan. I really like what you brought up. The serves for the except for the one that went into the net have been tough for the Scots to handle.
Yeah, let's watch Barron here do it again. Another float serve. Kind of watch how this ball is going to trace to these defensive players for Highland Park. He does it long. He's an excellent server there. They're really struggling. Going long to Peter McGovern, another kill. Very nice.
Seems to be the favorite play early on for the Wildcats, and it's working. I mean, other than the one that he hit down the line wide, he's been getting kill after kill.
Ooh, they got it to the setter. Noah Wolf with a nice setup here. Make it look easy.
Nice dig there by the Scots on a great play by the Wildcats. Now there was a double hit by the Wildcats, but if the first hit is a block, you are allowed to touch it again. So.
Yes, James Eiton with that one. Very nice play. Peter McGovern again. Yes.
Slams that one home. A fantastic play by the Wildcats. A little bit of a longer volley there.
That was fun.
13-5. So looking good. As I believe that's 7 consecutive points. I believe it was 6-5. So 7 consecutive here for the Wildcats.
Same server, Barron. Well, sending it deep. That's a nice recovery. Back to McGivern. Soccer player, I bet, right? He's trying to kick it out. That doesn't count.
Any soccer player watching is probably thinking, oh, we'd have volleyed that up. I mean, if we can do anything, we can play with our feet. It's the hands that give us the trouble.
Yes, exactly. A little opposite.
As we were talking before the match started, one Eagan soccer player on the team, Jacob Tran. So a familiar name for me, as I've done many soccer games here with Eagan TV. Always a great broadcast. Thank you early on, and we'll get to this again later, but thank you, of course, to Eagan TV for broadcasting this game for those of us watching at home. It's 15-5, Eagan on a run.
And speaking of Tren, he's the one who just had that nice play. He kind of dinked it over the defensive blockers, and really nice.
Another point for the Wildcats. Now, I'll ask a question because maybe I'm going back to my youth, and we're not going to talk about how long ago that was, but when I played, you couldn't set the ball off of a serve. They called that like a carry. It seems that's changed over the years, because obviously we're seeing it play after play here. Is that just something that they changed over time, or was it just a weird rule that I grew up with?
I think you can. It's the only problem is you risk that double hit. It slides through your fingers and hits your chest because it comes so hard, right? So I don't think it's necessarily the easiest play.
So just something, yeah, with the practice that these guys put in, they're able to. Okay, excellent.
I mean, there's risks to it, but I think that they're doing it pretty well, watching them with the choices that they have. If it's going overhead, maybe your forearms, tipping if that makes sense, or setting if it makes sense. That one's out of bounds. Number 13, he made quite the run there with the serving.
Yeah, that was a great run for the.
I don't know, he maybe got 11 there, maybe more.
I think so. Yeah. It was like I said, it was 6-5. Now it's 18-6. So things are going so far so good for the Wildcats. Service here for the Scots. This is number 3, Moses Yang.
Nice pass by Noah Wolf to McGovern.
And a good block there by the Scots. It might have either been a block or just hit the net entirely, but a point either way for Highland Park. Another jump serve. That one goes in. Nicely dug out to Tran. Passes it. That's off the net. Dug out by the Wildcats. Tran's just going to play this one over. Flicks it off the net, and that throws off the Scots.
Sure does.
Back in James Martin. He's a senior, standing at 6'2". Height, of course, a big advantage in this sport.
He's going to take that. I'm trying to think, is he left-handed? So I think he is. On the left side, that's his strong side then.
So when you're facing the net and you're on the, from us, the far side, the left side, is it better to be a left-handed hitter so you're swinging from the outside?
I would say so. Traditionally, the right side is always the strong side, correct? And then I would, if it's available, put the left-handed strong hitters on the left side for sure. And I'm trying to remember. I didn't ask him, but why do I remember that he might be? Let's see how he plays this. Peter McGovern up to serve. One of their captains and kind of star players. Nice jump serve.
That one's going to go long.
Very nice.
Spiked down by the Wildcats. Set up perfectly. The kill for Eagan. 22-7 Wildcats.
Right place, right time by Eagan.
Played up and out, back into the middle. They'll set this one over, the Scots. Wolf plays that up. Here's the set. That one goes off the net. So got a little over the top of that one. Did Martin.
Yeah, Martin wanted that one. He's hanging in the air for it.
A couple of substitutions here. Edison Cha for the Scots. Number 19 also coming in, Matthew Wynn. 22-8. Eagan with the big lead in the first set. Nice serve there by the Scots. Oh, well played by Tran.
Nice.
Unfortunately, can't get it over. Was tucked up right against the net. Did a nice job of pulling that back away from the net, but couldn't quite get that third shot up and over.
Really nice passes by Noah Wolf. Oh, blocked. Nice recovery. James Martin on that one.
Nice deep set over there. Oh, and a great kill by number 19. That's Matthew Wynn. Maybe the prettiest one of the day for the Scots. Trying to rally here, get back into this one. It's 22-10.
He's hanging a little bit. I do think he's right-handed. I watched that one. He was hanging in the air. His timing's just a tiny bit off right now. James Martin.
Yeah, looked like he got up there and all of a sudden realized, oh, I jumped too soon or something, right?
Yep. It's all about timing.
And I was gonna say, the rally seemed to pick up for Highland Park as they were getting some really good serves over. It was a little harder for Eagan to handle those and run, what you call the ideal, bump set spike type thing. In this situation, of course, it goes out of play just as I'm about to make that point. So Murphy's Law wins yet again.
We jinx it. It's out of bounds.
Nice decision there by Highland Park. That one was close. Of course, if any part of the ball hits the line, it is in. But Eagan goes just a bit long, 23-12. Nidish Rana to serve, number 9. Quick one, no jump serve. Oh, nice over there by Eagan. That one's just off the top and trickles over. Unfortunately for the Wildcats, they can't get it up and back. Point number 13 for the Scots.
Service error.
My memory tells me that I think that's 3, maybe 4, but 3 for sure by Highland Park. And now we've got game point on the first set, or set point. And service error by the Wildcats. Just hit that a little light, did Tran. So another set point.
Nice pass by Noah Wolf to James Martin.
A little bit of confusion there by Highland Park, but they get it over. Wolf goes up to Tran. We got a hit here coming and a kill, and that's the game. The first one goes to the Eagan Wildcats by a score of 25-14. Really controlled the majority of that one, sparked by what, an 11 or 12 point service run there in the middle of that game to take a commanding lead.
Yeah, a lot of that was when Barron was serving. It was, again, perhaps his serves were throwing them off, but they certainly couldn't get that initial pass straight to the setter to get a nice attack from Highland Park to the Eagan Wildcats, and they made a run, and they couldn't quite recover. Highland Park was behind from that moment on. Yeah, so what do you think? So they're not switching sides. That's something different with volleyball, and they used to, when I played, and I don't know if they do this with tennis or not, but you would switch sides every single set. And the entire 5, if they end up playing that much, they'll stay on the same sides. Kind of interesting. We're all learning about all the rules of boys basketball as this is voting to become a sanctioned sport May 9th, part of the Minnesota State High School League. It changes a lot for the team and the city if they can get that pulled across, which it's likely that they will.
That would be excellent.
Yep.
I'm all for more opportunities for these kids to try new things, and I've had the fortune of having a couple of my kids, both of my kids play ultimate frisbee, which is picking up in popularity, and it's not a Minnesota State High School League sanctioned sport yet, so it's still a club sport. But all the players are are in the same school, so they play together, and that would be exciting. And it's funny how you said we're kind of all learning the rules together. That was one where my daughter started playing years ago, and I'm like, I have no idea what is going on the field.
Yeah.
It made it really easy to just sit there and watch. It's like, well, I can't really comment because I don't have a clue.
We don't know. Yeah. So Coach was saying that when it becomes sanctioned, currently right now, every penny that they pay to play this sport is from the parents and from the players. And so when it becomes state sanctioned, there's a few benefits. One of them is that there's a little more funding, which would be huge. But not only that, there's more secured gym time, and so right now they have to pay to rent time somewhat. The school works with them, and then how cool would it be to have a state championship maybe at the Excel versus right now it's at Shakopee High School.
Yeah, those are all great points.
Yeah.
The fundraising especially. I mean, I think we've all seen various teams at Cub Foods, Bag and Groceries trying to raise money. I know teams can actually go and volunteer at Twins games and run a concession and raise a lot of money that way. So that's another opportunity. But yeah, you're looking for more and more unique ways to bring in the dollars to fund. I mean, Girton's always does the big sales this time of year, very popular as well.
Yeah, other club sports, mountain biking, rugby, ultimate frisbee, as you mentioned. So what that means is it's not necessarily funded by the Minnesota State High School League, and it's supported more privately, in other words. And so something that's a big thing coming up for Eagan Wildcats, boys volleyball, May 9th is voting, so good luck to them with that. There's a high probability that will go through in effect for the 24-25 season. All right, let's see how this goes. Looks like same starting lineup is coming back in.
Yep, so we've got Cooper Paquette, number 3, number 11 is in the game, James Martin as well, number 14, Jacob Tran, number 23, Chibu Abasiri, looks like number 4, Peter McGivern, and the one number I'm not catching, I'll get you that in just a second, and number 12, James Eagan.
There he is. Doing a little switch. James Eagan just came out. Noah Wolf is playing defensive specialist in the back. Looks like Highland Park is going to serve.
Which is a good position for Wolf based on that first first game, because how many times did he dig the ball out and really didn't just get it up, but got it almost right where he wanted it to go to the setter. Yes,
perfect at what he does at that. Nice setup by McGovern.
Looked like a over-eager play by the Scots. I believe we have a net violation. His hand hit the net, so that is going to be a point for the Wildcats, even though the ball did go down on the Wildcats side of the net. He knew he had it. I think he just got a little excited.
Yes.
Good
That is
serve.
an excellent serve. A lot of spin on that one.
Yeah, I was noticing that too. I'm like, that could be a problem.
And it was. And it was.
Wynn unable to play the ball behind him and over the net, so another point for the Wildcats. They jump out to an early 2-0 lead. Serve here by Utley. Another good one.
McCovern with a tip.
Big hit there by number 19 once again. That's the second time we've seen him, Matthew Wynn, really crush a kill. Eagan was in position to block it, just couldn't block it down on the correct side of the net. Edison Cha will come into the game replacing Moses Yang.
You know how it has their height? How fun would it be to see all their vertical jumps on these? I think we should.
Yeah, right? That would be awesome. Oh,
some of these guys are they've got to have 30-some inch verticals,
oh, for sure.
right?
Yeah.
Like, maybe, yeah. I mean, I think that, what is the net, 8 feet, if I'm remembering right? I think it's about 8 feet for the boys.
Couple of points here for the Scots. They tie it up, but then immediately have another service error. That's the first of this set. Saw a few of those in the first one to Egan's advantage. I believe Eagan only had 1 or 2, I think a couple. Here's Wolf, nice serve.
There's an ace, nice ace by Noah Wolf. I could tell that was going to be a challenging serve right when it left his hand.
Yeah, it seemed to get over the net and just go down so quickly.
It does, it drops, it sinks fast.
We got the two refs pointing in different
Opposite
directions. I believe the point is going to go to the Scots as the ball did fall on the Wildcat side of the net. I don't know if there's a question if there was a net violation or not, but there is not. Serving is Kevin Vang. Oh, got a substitution. Oh, I'm sorry. That was 19. Wynn serving, Vang into the game.
Oh, nice call.
Nice communication there.
Yep. Typically, if you're in the back row and it's starting to come and it's over your shoulders, you want to assume that it's out of bounds and you don't want to be reaching up over your shoulders for that. But once in a while, they'll drop and they'll land on the line. Good call on that
serve.
one.
Yep.
Oh, it's back to Barron serving. Let's see what we can do with this.
Boy, he snuck that one down, but did he have a net violation or maybe cross all the way over underneath? I'm not sure what the call is there, but it's a point for the Wildcats.
Barron's again. Now, Barron last night here, he had 13 in a row. Shoot, I jinxed him. He had a bunch in a row. All right, going to Highland.
6-4 here for the Wildcats. Very similar start to the first set, and then that's when that Barron run took over.
Yes.
This will be Cha, William Cha for the serve. Tron with the set. Oh, nice. Dug out by the Scots. Well played. Here's Wolf to Tran.
Govern. That's fun. And it's out. Yes. Some beautiful plays here. Always nicely set up by Noah Wolf, getting that first pass nice and calm to Tran. And then the kill, both middle and strong side.
Yeah, there's quite a few of those by Wolf where he's making it easy on the setter. He's just putting it right where he wants it.
Yep. It all starts there.
Yeah, there's a net violation, I think. Martin saw the opportunity and he had it, just got a little too close to the net.
The positive's so hungry. Like, I remember that playing. It's like you're up there and you just want to grind your teeth and slam it. But so there's hunger in that, but with restraint, right? Martin just needs one big kill to get that out of his system, I think.
Here's Yang. Wolf once
Very
again.
nice pass.
Tran.
Here he goes.
Far.
Very
There it
nice.
is.
James Martin.
A well-earned fist pump there, celebrating the 8th point of set number 2. 8-5 Wildcats. James Eagan will serve. He is a sophomore, 6'4". Mostly plays middle blocker. Nice serve. Oh, well played by Highland Park. They're going to get this one over. Nice recovery.
Very nice.
Oh, Tran tries to bring it back. Couldn't quite get it high enough. A creative idea there by Tran, as he didn't maybe think he could get that over the net on his own. Tried to bring it back to Martin, but unable to connect.
And the setters just love assisting, right? Like if you compare it to other sports, they want to set it up. They don't want to tip it over unless they know that they're going to get the point. They want to get it to their hitters to get that powerful kill. And so that was an attempt by trying to do that.
Nice serve by Highland Park.
There he does it again. Nice.
This time it works. Scott's setting it up. They'll just play it over. Tran goes far. That's Martin. Oh, a nice tip over the double block.
Nice spot down the line as well. When you're in the air, you kind of have to make that read. If you go cross court, you could very well get right to their defense. And he knew, he must have seen them in the air, and he rolled it over to the line. And just a really, really smart decision there.
Tran will serve. Highland Park has to just play it safely over.
Wow.
Big kill. That one's blocked.
That was beautiful, though. Man.
Martin, nice.
Another kill by Martin.
So that's 3 in a row now where he's killed a couple. He had that nice tip over on a really smart decision. So I'm thinking your prediction of getting that first one out of his system, gets that under his belt. Now he's really playing with some confidence.
Yeah, he's on fire here now. Let's watch. It's a very nice floater serve too. They can't quite recover from that reception error. Let's keep an eye on him. Number 14 for Eagan Wildcats, Tron. Oh, it's our setter. Amazing service here. It's a floater, just like, it's gonna drop, just like Barron's was.
Oh, a sneaky little left hand there. I wonder if that was mixing things up, or Egan's expecting the right hand hit, and he kind of just tapped it over with the opposite hand.
Nice fake.
Needish Rana here to serve for the Scots. 11-7. Wildcats with the lead.
There he goes again, James Martin.
He is on fire now.
That's his strong side.
So that's one of the rarest sets to the near side or strong side that we've seen. Usually we've been going to the opposite side of the court. So interesting to see if that continues with the success of that play.
A bit of a reception error there right into the net by Highland Scots.
Utley again. Another good serve. This one goes back. Scott's going to have to hustle to get this one across the net. They do. Eagan setting up as Tran comes near side again. Number 23, Chibuba Basiri, makes no doubt with that one. Another perfect play by the Wildcats. Looks like they've switched it up a couple of times, maybe throwing off the Scots as they were used to trying to defend the other side of the net. Now they're having to come near side.
It's out of bounds.
A little too strong on that serve. 14-8, Eagan. Sean Moa coming in for the Scots. Matthew Wynn stepping away. Moa will serve.
Wynn has been fun to watch too on their setups and hitting for Scots.
We have a foot violation on the serve. A little bit of a mental error there. Nice serve by Wolf. Oh, a nice setup. Chan goes with the back set, but too far away from the net. They just play it over safely. Big hit there.
A bit of a shank, and they couldn't recover that from Peter McCovern's hit. Noah Wolf gets the serve.
Wildcats doubling up the Scots, 16-8 here in set number 2. Wolf goes down the near line. Scots are playing recovery. They get it over. Wolf, well played, realizes he's on the line and the ball still going wide, so that'll be a point for the Wildcats, 17-8.
Noah Wolf, a very intelligent player. All right.
So we'll get our first time out of set number 2 here, again taken by Highland Park. That gives us about 50 seconds for them to regroup and talk it over with their coach. So far so good for Eagan. They're what I'm seeing is more success in not only serving but digging the ball up and getting it to where their setter has an easier time setting up that potential kill.
Yeah, I mean, we can't look past the fact that Noah Wolf and the other back, the defensive specialists, have done a key job in setting up the offense for the Eagan Wildcats. And that's where the success begins. I mean, you start with the service, and then you move to the defensive specialists, and then you just get the biggest kill you can, really, or they get to choose, right? So that's very, very good for the Wildcats. Some of the other players or other teams that are in the conference with Eagan is something that we'll be very familiar with. Of course, Eagan, Apple Valley, Burnsville, both Lakeville, North and South, Eastview, Prior Lake, Rosemount, Farmington, Shakopee, and then a United Christian apparently are in conference. They play a lot of games. Skip.
Excellent. Yeah, volleyball is definitely a sport. You can rack up the games, multiple a week.
They have one again tomorrow night.
Oh, a nice block by the Wildcats. Nice tip over the net.
Very nice.
Johnny on the spot tips that one home. Another point with Wolf serving. Tough set there for Highland Park, just too close to the net. Pretty much put his teammates in a tough position as Eagan was there to block anything potentially to come over. So we're at 19-8 Eagan. Wolf serving and serving well. This bump goes straight over.
Got it.
Nice play there by Abasiri, just killing that opportunity. Hit the net with the ball, but it bounces in play. Ooh, I think Eagan might have gotten bailed out on that one.
Yeah, that's one of those over-the-shoulder, maybe don't touch it rules.
Yep.
That's what we call a shank.
21 now, Wolf on a roll.
He sure is. Great consistent serving, and he's acing it.
Nice. Picks the back corner.
See, that's tough because that could have been over the shoulders and it landed. He's tricky. He's Noah Wolf with some excellent serves here. That one was out.
Close, but no cigar, but a nice little run there by Wolf. I think that was 5-6 points, stretching that lead up to 22-9. Eagan trying to take second consecutive set here. Just 3 more points needed. Here's serving number 11, Gavin Cha, and that one goes out of bounds. So we've got a quick point for the Wildcats on another service error. Will Barron up, number 13. Hits that one. Service error goes back to Highland Park.
Number 13, Will, he has 2 older sisters. They were in volleyball as well, and a brother that played. for Coach. I talked to her before the game, and she said that they are just a huge volleyball family. Just a good hustler on the team, very coachable player.
When you have those older siblings that play, you end up getting dragged to their games,
yes,
whether you want to go or not, right? But you learn a lot just watching. So I'm sure it was only a matter of time before he's like, okay, I need to get out there on the court and play myself. And he probably became a better player before he even realized it, because he was watching his siblings and probably practicing at home with them. We've got another point for the Wildcats, and this is set point here.
And he's only a freshman. I guess that's something to announce too.
Oh yeah,
he's only a freshman.
Absolutely, wow.
Got a lot of time to play.
It's a big freshman.
Yeah, he is.
Here's a chance for the Wildcats, and they take advantage. That's Tran getting the winner. And we've got second set to Eagan. They are up 2-0. Looking to finish this one off as quickly as possible if they can. I think that set was highlighted by a couple of things. One, a nice run by James Martin there in the middle, getting about 4 points in a row with either kills or just tapping it over the block, and then some great serving by Noah Wolf, making it really difficult for Highland Park to set anything up coming back. Yep.
Just takes a little bit of an energetic run and gets away from him like that, and it's hard to recover once you're up by that much. Every serve is a point, and so when you're sometimes in a bad rut, it's hard to get back from that. Teams, so again, as we talked about this becoming a sanctioned sport, so currently they do kind of have a state tournament. It's at Shakopee High School. A couple moms from Shakopee High School, 2 moms have been doing all the scheduling for all of the volleyball teams, which is interesting because there's 1,900 players, Coach told me before this, and I'm not sure how many teams there are, but there are a lot, and there's 2 parents essentially doing all the scheduling. And so they do have a state, and it's at Shakopee. However, if it becomes sanctioned, of course, hopefully it's at the Excel or something like that. A couple of the teams in Minnesota that have been in the state championship, Elk River, Champlain Park, and Eden Prairie the last 3 years as runners-up and champions for boys volleyball. Hopefully see Eagan. They're looking really good. I think Coach said that we have a rebuilding year, and so far so good. It's going to be really excited to continue to watch these guys win.
Yeah, you look at the roster, you've got, Cooper Paquette and Peter McGivern are seniors, as well as James Martin and Jacob Tran, and both of the guys that aren't playing today, Gus Gly and Mac O'Malley. So, 6 seniors on the roster, roughly half. And you've got Noah Wolf as a junior, Cohen Utley is also a junior, and Chibo Abasiri is a junior, so just 3 juniors.
Yeah.
And then, like you mentioned, James Eiton as a sophomore, and then Will Barron as a freshman. So, half the team are seniors, but I'm willing to bet, they've got other people, coming up in the pipeline. So at least you have half your squad returning the next year. So a pretty good mix of some experience, but then also some younger players getting a lot of time.
Yes, and Coach Kelly, she's been around. This is her 5th year coaching. They took 2020 off, I think she said, for COVID, and so 4th full season that she's coaching. And she's been involved in the girls volleyball as well. So she knows, and I'm sure she's getting the JV players ready for the seniors graduating this year as well. Make sure that the shoes are filled, which will be hard because we've got some pretty big hitters on this team.
So we should mention, Kelly Schlegel, the head coach, and student managers Ava Birch, Sydney Knack, and Caitlin Sellner. Captains of the team are Cooper Paquette, number 3, and number 4, Peter McGivern, and number 14, Jacob Tran. So 3 captains on the roster, getting ready to start the 3rd set. If you joined us just now, Eagan winning both sets comfortably, looking very good tonight.
They are
looking to sweep it, make it an early night for the viewers.
Tran has been doing an excellent job getting the sets up to the attackers, and then as well as we've talked about a lot, the defensive plays, getting it to Tran to start. So.
Of course, there's a history of successful volleyball here at Eagan High School. Of course, on the girls' side, had a stretch there where it almost became a situation where losing, not winning the state championship was considered a bit of an upset. I mean, they were that good and that close. I remember my daughter going to watch them play a few times and be like, oh, we were so close. And it's it's fun, especially when you get a team that's that talented to watch.
Yeah, and we know Coach Kelly is involved in that, and so there's a lot of knowledge coming in the volleyball community here at Eagan, and so I'd like to see how Eagan makes a run this year, and it's going to be really fun to continue to watch these guys.
Eagan will be serving to start set number 3. It looks like Jacob Tran's back there to get things on the way. We've got Paquette, James Martin, and Abasiri up front. Noah Wolf in the game as well, and Peter McGivern. A block into the net. Eagan unable to dig that one out, so an early point here to Highland Park. This is Edison Cha with the serve. Into the net, goes quickly back over to the Wildcats. Coming into the game, Cohen Utley, and he will serve, replacing James Martin. Nice serve, nice dig by Highland Park. Oh,
Ooh.
A difficult set all the way across court. Has to be timed and hit perfectly. It is not. Into the net. Point for the Wildcats.
Yeah, number 19, he is great on their team. He's proven to hit the ball a few times and create some challenges. It's a very difficult hit coming from behind you to follow the ball and kill it like that. See if he gets a second chance here.
That defensive play gets too close to the net, and the setter, Nidish Rana, unable to get that one up, so we've got another point for the Wildcats. Utley serving again. Once again, the serves are really proving to be difficult for the Scots. It just makes it hard for them to set up any sort of an attack. Seems to be one of the bigger advantages that Eagan has had on that, getting that ball up to the setter. Service error there. Going to give the ball, or the serve, back to the Scots. 4-2 Wildcats. Tran, Abasiri floats it over.
That is.
Oh, nice dig there by the Wildcats.
Recovered. Yes.
Win with a hit off the block.
The blocks for the Eagan Wildcats do seem to kind of be falling down, so I'm not sure if they're not pushing it over or getting their hands over the net. Let's continue to watch what's going on there. A few of them have kind of fallen on the Eagan Wildcats side.
Nice hustle by Tran to get it out to McGivern. That one's going to get over. Highland Park just trying to control it. Tran, Abasiri off the net. Good, dug up by the Scots. They're going to play it over. That goes deep. Wolf with a nice play to Tran. Goes far to McGivern. He hits it. It's off the Scots. That'll be a point for the Wildcats. Wolf back to serve. Again, the Scots struggle with that, so now they just get it over. Oh,
very nice.
Short.
Oh, man. That was a very nice short set right in the center, and it proved to benefit the Wildcats.
So now, is that something that they plan before, or did they have to communicate that really at the last possible second so that the middle blocker knows it's coming to him? Or how does that work when the setter's going ready to make that play?
I think typically you're always assuming that you're going to get the ball, right? And so as a hitter, you're always prepared to either, if you're going to be in the air most of the time, and if you're not, you just fake it, right? And
okay.
So, yeah, it can be a little tricky with timing, those quick sets in the middle like that, especially you want to be in the air ready. So in that particular instance, he was probably already in the air, and the setter knew to get it where he needed it to be, and he just nailed it down just like that. And they're fun because those short sets are just all about timing.
Yeah,
And it's almost like the hitter will go up in the air and the setter just puts it right where it needs to be. So it's a very intelligent play by Trent and the setters in those situations. Very, very great.
Well, the spacing between the setter, a great finish there by McGivern.
It was untouched, McGivern's hit there.
The spacing between the setter and that middle hitter is so close where it's just a bang bang play. It's almost impossible for the opponent to react because by the time they realize what's happening, he's already hitting that ball.
Yep. And we haven't seen Highland, there's another ace. We haven't seen Highland Park do any of those short, quick sets down the middle or anything like that. And so Eagan Wildcats very, very good at that, and it takes a very good setter to be able to play this way.
Barron with another serve. That set goes over and killed by Eaton. He takes advantage of the set that went too far.
Yeah, if it goes to Eaton, he's usually going to do that. I've seen so it's not usually getting by him if it's coming up the middle like that.
Has the advantage of middle blocker standing at 6'4", and again, he is just a sophomore.
He's got it here. Oh. Nice. So McGivern set himself up for that one. He passed it straight to the setter and then was right away back and ready for that hit, which people don't estimate how much time and effort, energy it puts into that. You have to get it and then run over to your corner and then get going again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good point. Kind of a give and go that we've seen it in other sports. This
because you got to set up and get your stepping in to get high enough to get that jump still. So it's all about practice. You can't just keep doing it. And
the Eagan hitters really seem to be, kind of getting into the flow now, where they're getting the timing down. They're finishing more than they're missing. They're really doing a nice job. Of course, all set up by the defense getting it to the setter and Tran putting that ball pretty much where he wants it at all times. A little confusion there on the Highland Park side.
A little campfire, everyone around the ball, but no one really getting it. I think they were in each other's way a little bit there.
Into the game, number 10, Sean Moa, number 15, Ray Takami. Another serve here for Barron. Set by Cha. Goes too far. We got another point for the Wildcats as they are on a run. 14-4 here in set number 3. Wildcats lead 2-0.
Yeah, Cha tried to backset that, and that's a tough one. You have to really have your shoulders squared, and he was kind of on a diagonal. That was a tough set. But he gets a try again here.
Satoshi Callahan can't quite finish. Looked like he just got his timing off. Mishit it. This one's going to go all the way over. Oh, a sneaky little decision there. Barron saw the opportunity, of course, from the back line. He can't do that unless he's behind that white line, which is, I think, about, 10 feet from the net? Is that the distance? So he was in a position where he could do a back line hit. Now that's something we've not seen, is the set to the back line. I'm assuming that's a fairly advanced play and a much, is that a more difficult hit when you're jumping from the back line?
Oh yes, and it depends on the hitters. Like we're plenty athletic to do that, but it's pretty easy early in the season. Maybe they're just starting to get the basics down. Although coach did say a few of these guys played all year in club. Some of these guys have been playing very nice by Eaton again. Yeah,
it was a great dig out by Highland Park even to get the ball and an opportunity to get it over, but Eaton was there to block that one. Finally a block that succeeded in getting it down on the other side of the net here. It's 18-4 and now 19-4. Things unraveling quickly for the Scots in this what looks to be the final set of the evening. Oh, an ace.
And Barron certainly has been probably their leading server. 2 games in a row, he's had quite a few points. Just a really good, consistent server. Not that he's had all the aces or anything like that, but he's certainly consistent at picking up points. And I jinxed him again.
Like I said, Murphy's Law is always victorious. You can't fight it. It just happens.
I'm sorry, Will Barron.
but to your point, the serving has been, mostly excellent all night long,
Yep.
both from Barron. I know Noah Wolf had a nice run in one of the games as well. So it's been good serving, I think. Generally speaking, I'm sure Coach Kelly's probably fairly pleased with that. You're gonna always have a few errors, but they've limited that as much as possible here. Up 21-5. Wolf delivers to Tran. There's that backline hit.
McGovern. Yeah, there's plenty of athleticism there to pull that off, and didn't get it that time, but.
And, when you have a 16-point lead, there's the opportunity in a game to try something a little different, right?
Yep.
Let's take advantage of this, live kind of accelerated scrimmage, if you will. It's not a scrimmage, it's a game, but you get to the end here, it's like, okay, we feel fairly confident in the outcome, so we can maybe do a couple of things that we haven't done. You'll see, like in a lot of sports too, clearing the bench, putting in players that don't get a chance to play typically too as well at the end of games. 22-6 here for the Wildcats. And that one might have been a break for Eagan. In fact, that may have been heading long on the Eaton serve, but played by the Scots, it's 23-6.
Nice serve, Eaton.
Into the net, we'll see if they can get it over. Oh, a great effort. Unfortunately for the Scots, it goes wide. And we have match point, and several of them for the Wildcats. Let's see if they can end it here. Could be another example of someone trying something a little different.
Yeah.
Why not? I like that. I think you need to encourage athletes to get out of their comfort zone a little bit. Try something new. You never know. It's how you learn.
Yeah, he's kind of hidden over in the corner over there. Maybe perhaps Highlands defense can't see it from that side. There's a lot of trickery in changing up where you're serving from, for sure.
Another nice defensive play and the kill for the win.
There it is.
James Martin, and I think that's
fun.
A perfect example of really how the night went. I mean, just a perfect dig up to Tran, who, the setter didn't have to move barely to get in a position, and then delivered a perfect opportunity there, and Martin took full advantage, as we saw a lot in the second set.
That was very fun. Eagan Wildcats playing again tomorrow night versus Lakeville North at Lakeville. I didn't see Lakeville, if they've played yet or not. I didn't see their record, but good luck to Eagan Wildcats tomorrow night. We will not be filming that one, but we'll be back again here in Eagan, I believe, on Monday.
Yes, that is correct. So thank you to Eagan TV for broadcasting this game. Once again, the Eagan Wildcats in 3 straight sets over the visiting Highland Park Scots. So Eagan jumping out to a 2-0 record. Any final thoughts quick on the game, Nikki?
Just congratulations, Eagan Wildcats. You're looking good. Keep it up, and we'll see you guys on Monday.
Excellent. And for Nikki, my name is Skip Newton, and for Eagan TV, thank you so much for watching. Everyone have an outstanding night. Way to go, Wildcats. Good night, everyone.
Good night.